Hey everybody, I'm Michael Abney with Inspired by St. Louis, and today we are talking about closing costs. Very specifically about from the buyer's perspective. I'll do another video later on about the seller side, but today we're just talking about the buy side. So you'll get this statement at closing, and it will always come to you in email. And you'll open that up and you're like, this is the breakdown of all of the financial stuff that is connected to your sale. So it's all laid out in black and white, and so there could be no discrepancies. And that's all cleared up and balanced with all the people involved in the transaction so that everyone is clear that these are the numbers and how this deal is going to transpire. First one, financials. So everything connected financially to this particular deal. So the sale price of the house, your earnest money that you put down is reflected here, and any loan amount that you have for the house. So if you're purchasing a house that is, $100,000 and you're financing 80% of that, $80,000 will show up in this section. So it all balances itself out. Second thing is like any prorations or adjustments that need to be made. So there are several things in the process that, you're buying a house in, let's say it's November now, you're buying a house in November. You just want to pay for your date that you're purchasing the house and everything after that, nothing before. So it needs to be prorated out. All of those figures, if it's trash, seller credit that may be applied from the transaction via in the negotiation of inspections, sometimes that gets tacked on. All of that kind of goes in this section. So the next one is loans. So most people do have a loan, and so all of your loan charges that the bank has assessed you, which they disclose up front, shows up on this document at the end to clarify and break it all down so that you're 100% clear. So there are things like underwriting fees, prepaid interest, appraisal fees, credit reports. Another one is they'll verify that your house is not in a flood zone. So that's in the section underneath loan charge. Next one is title charges. So for me, this is kind of like the what you pay to have all of the title work done so that you know that you're purchasing a house and it doesn't have any liens on it, that you're not going to be responsible for anything prior to you taking ownership of the house, which is great. But those fees are broken down into, like on your statement, it'll say closing fee, closing protection letter, delivery processing fee, eDocs, blah, blah, blah. There's like 9 or 10 of them on here. There are little fees that are broken down, but the main one for the title company is a closing fee and a title service charge. So I will put a little breakdown in the description box of what each of these little things mean, but they're all designed to make sure that after you close, that the deed's properly filed, your insurance is in place, and that you're good to go, and that you don't have to worry anymore. That's what all of those fees are right there for you. There's also some miscellaneous stuff on this one, and a government recording fee. They also charge you to record your deed in the county that we live in, which is St. Louis County. So all of those things, all those debits and credits go on that statement, and it will produce a number that says due from the borrower. That's you. If you're buying a house. So that will be the number. That number in bold is what you will need to go to your bank before you close and get a cashier's check for that amount made out to the title company that you are using in this transaction. So the average cost, I looked online and it said that average closing cost is 2 to 5% of the sale price. So generally that is true. This particular one that I'm looking at on $120,000 purchase was around $5,038, but it included the title charges and all this extra stuff from the loan, the proration, all of that sort of gets adjusted in. So they lump it all into one thing. So that's why it's important to remember that these things are broken down and what each one of them is, because they're all going to separate people, and it just kind of helps you understand the process a little bit more. So there you go. That's the breakdown of that. So if you have any other further questions, please feel free to leave those in the comment box below. I'll leave all of this information in the description box. And I hope this provided some value, and we will see you on the next one. Talk to you guys. Bye-bye.